Well, hello. This is Crypto Isaac, and thanks for joining me. I guess lots of you who are watching this video now, it's because I posted the link in Data Dash's Discord. I've been missing a long time. During this bearish market, there's nothing we could do but study more on how to invest. I'm studying more about some economics and more technical analysis so that I could better advise people on what to do during the in the market. So as much as I want to say this is not financial advice, but I have to be honest and said this whatever YouTuber or Twitter accounts that you follow, those are financial advice. So I wanted to be very careful what I said and kind of make sure that I know what I'm saying because people will follow those advice. And if you make money out of those advice, great. If you don't, saying not a financial advice is just a way to cover our asses. But I don't want that to happen. I want to make sure everyone has, earned some money in this market. And yeah, so today's topic, I'm just going to focus more on what's happening to Bitcoin and what's going to happen to Bitcoin, in my personal opinion. And I will try to pair it with some charts and of course some news or rumors that would kind of justify what I'm trying to say. So let's just jump into it. So Bitcoin is dropping like crazy, right? It's dropping like crazy right now. But what if I say this is I've been waiting for this drop to happen. And actually I saw this drop happening because first of all, I've been staring on this is my Twitter account. This is where I post a lot of nonsense, what I see and stuff like that. So I just want to share with you guys something that I saw a few days ago. Basically, it's a fractal. Fractals are a way to kind of predict or make sense of something that seems random, but actually it has happened before and it is happening again. So this little part of Bitcoin right here is the drop from the start of the year to March, and then it happened again. If you look right now, that is such a huge similarities in what's happening. So yeah, look at this. It's scary how similar they are forming right now. So it's kind of interesting as well. So I've been doing lots of studying on fractals and stuff, and yeah, this drop is expected. And because I'm just gonna dig into deeper. So what I was talking about is this section right here is very similar to this section right here, very similar. We have a kind of consolidation here, and then a drop here, and then it goes back up, right? So it's the same with this. It drops here, consolidation, drops to this bottom here, and then we see the same pattern. I'm going to share with you, there's a lot of pictures. This starts here, and it starts here, right? The movement is very similar. We have upward movements here, and then zigzaggy lines, and then there's this thing happening here. Broke the support, and this is what we're experiencing. It's the same as right here as well. Up here, zigzagly lines, and then broke support, and now we are dropping down. So this red circle right here is what's happening, and I think we would see these two drops, and we would see Bitcoin at 7,400. So yeah, I've been waiting for this to happen, and I hope that we would find some support here, and then we will bounce back up. Let's talk about why I think it's gonna bounce back up. First off, in my Twitter, I mentioned about this. I talked about fractals. I studied the previous movement back in 2013 and 14, and using this as a base or as a guide on what's going to happen to Bitcoin. So this is 2013. We touched the resistance line. It looks kind of similar to what we're experiencing right now, right? So yeah, it touched the resistance lines 3 times, and then eventually broke out. It ran up to the 0.618 level, and then eventually broke out, and then bull run, yay. But 2014, it touched the resistance lines 4 times. Eventually it did broke out, but it found resistance at 0.618 level again, but eventually it broke down. And then we had like 1 year to 2 years of winter. Bitcoin's dropping like crazy. And then we have today. So far, we are touching it twice, and I am fairly confident that we're gonna. This is today. Fairly confident that we're gonna touch it one more time. Then what happens after this is anyone's guess. But in my personal opinion, I think we're gonna test this one. 0.618 level again, and then it's up or down from there. So let's try and justify what I'm talking about, right? So first off, the bounce on support line and testing this resistance, we have a news that could justify this movement is Binance. Binance is going to add a USD fiat pair to crypto. It's going to happen maybe this week or maybe next week. But lots of people have been saying this is bullish news. This is bullish news. So if this indeed is bullish, we're going to see Bitcoin bounce all the way up to the resistance line and touch here for the third time. And it depends whether we'll break out or we would, go back down this line. So that is first piece of news. The second news, let's say, for example, we broke out this line and we hit here, right? So I predict or assume that we'll hit this line around May or late April, or maybe early April, I'm not too sure. But we'll hit this line for sure because the fractals has shown us that it will touch this line here. So it's fairly safe to assume that we will reach this level again. So what would allow Bitcoin to break upwards and what would cause Bitcoin to drop downwards? So I dug further and trying to put two and two together. First off is Palm Beach. Everybody would probably know Palm Beach, right? Tika Tiwari and stuff like that. Lots of people are saying he's a scam and pump and dump scheme and stuff. But he has some fairly good points. I don't want to hear you talk. He has some fairly good points. The first one, he said, April 2nd, we're going to see a massive run-up. But then he did another video and he said 14th of May instead. So what's happening in 14th of May? 14th of May is consensus. This is a big deal in crypto community, apparently, because consensus is where crypto companies go to an event and they pitch their ideas, their blockchain ideas to potential institutional potential institutional investors, of course, venture capitalists and stuff. So this is a big deal. It will happen on 14th of May. So why is this a big deal? Because in order to enter this event, one needs to pay a shit ton of money, $2,500, $1,800. So you can assume that people do not go here to catch up with friends and have coffee and stuff. They're here, they're going there, they mean business, they want to find great investing opportunities. So that's why they're paying such a high fee just to enter this. And they can afford it, no problem. And why is this a big deal? Because let's just touch on the sponsors. Basically, sponsors are, you're a company and you would like to put your banner or your logo on something during the event, or maybe just a marketing video and stuff like that. So basically, sponsors are people who pay to put their logos up on the event. So we have huge people coming in. We have Ledger, we have Sonum, Arc. Yeah, all these big people, NEM, Ripple, Microsoft, IBM, VeChain is going to be one of the big ones. Icon, and if we go further down the list, we could see lots of people. We could see Ion, CME, Polymath, all these big people going there. So what they're going to do is that they're going to try and pitch their ideas to potential institutional investors. So this is the reason why Palm Beach is saying that May 14 is going to be a big time. It's going to be a big thing. Lots of new money will flow into the market, and if you pair it with a chart, it would determine the bull run, or it would determine we're going to have a prolonged winter. So the thing about consensus is, let's say it's a huge success. Investors are sold. They want to pump their money into the market. We're going to have a bull run. But let's say you never know, maybe someone poisoned the coffee or something. It's a huge failure, right? And that is going to be the start of the long ass winter. That's going to cause lots of investors to lose lose confidence in the crypto market, and then yeah. So putting two and two together, it kind of explains why the chart looks like this, and kind of explain why I think we're gonna have either one of these, right? It's still 50-50. We're just gonna have to see what happens during consensus. So yeah, these are just my opinions. And if you want a more up-to-date thing about Bitcoin, like I said, this drop is justified. I've been waiting for this drop. I've been trading on BitMEX, to kind of understand how Bitcoins move. So this is kind of justified, right? What I see right now is this little candle here on the 6 hour. This is a sandwich candle, and what I hope is that the third candle right here close somewhere here, and it would be a sandwich, a bullish sandwich candlestick. This is what a bullish candle, a bullish sandwich candlestick looks like. Yeah, side by side, red, green, red, and it's much better if the candles closed on roughly the same price as the one before. So I want to see this close right here, 7,900. We have 3 minutes to go, so we shall see. By the time I upload this video, we would know the fate of the crypto market, but I still think we would go up and then touch this resistance support line, even go below maybe to 7,400, and then we would make a run to the resistance line right here if the Binance rumor it's true. Yeah. So thanks you guys. Thanks so much for indulging me and talking about this. So yeah, all the best to all of us, and let's hope the bull run comes sooner rather than later. This is Crypto Isaac, and you guys could join me on Twitter. So till next time, guys. Goodbye.